Another day, another batch of defense articles on the Acolyte because they're all crawling out of their caves to defend this show. This one's from Kotaku, a desperate bid to try to get more attention on their website, which, by the way, is probably going to flop completely over by next year. I think within the next 2 years, Kotaku is gone. And that's being generous. I think you could see them go belly up this year. That's a possibility. We're not going to spend too much time on this one. I just wanted to pop it up because there's a running theme going on right now in a lot of these mainstream sites. And that's, of course, if you're not a fan of this show, you're some kind of istophobe hater, or you haven't been paying attention to Star Wars. Well, you're right about one thing. I haven't been paying attention to Star Wars. Everything past the original trilogy is non-existent to me. It's kind of its own separate thing. To me, Star Wars ends when they're all sitting there clapping and then the credits roll. That's the end of Star Wars. I just assume everything worked out in the end. This shit that they're doing now, which is a desperate attempt to bring in degenerate shippers, which has succeeded, by the way, and it's being called a win. Here's an article from IndieWire, Why the Acolyte Has Fans in a Chokehold. You know, it's funny. All Disney had to do to get the audience that they wanted was tone the story and plot down big time, kind of make it more dumb, actually, and have men take their shirts off. Insert a little R&B hip-hop music, and boom, they come in. They're not interested in, silly things like coherent plots and engaging characters. No, they just want to have enough characters that they can sexualize and pair up. I was introduced to something strange yesterday that I wish I hadn't even known existed, but fan fiction about Boba Fett and Mandalorian struggling to hold things back. I don't even want to get into it. It's very, very strange, this new batch of Star Wars fans. But this is what they wanted, and it's being celebrated as a win. They're calling this show a win because it's got a fan base that's more interactive than other shows, and it's giving these people what they've always wanted in Star Wars. Well, it's a shame you had to shed 75% or so of your audience to make that happen, but hey, whatever you want to use to cope. By the way, Grace Randolph, welcome to the Istophobic Club. She is now hating on the Acolyte. 7 episodes in. Sure did take a while, but hey, welcome to the club, Grace Randolph. Welcome. So she's out there hating on the show now after literally being, if there was like a shield of access media, she's right up there in the front with the captain's hat on and the baton in the air, ready to lead the charge. But apparently she's walking away. But let's go back to the IndieWire thing real quick. This whole article celebrates shippers. They go into how they came in during The Last Jedi, but they were utterly ignored in The Rise of Skywalker. That's not true. They were not ignored. The whole reason there was that little kiss at the end was for the shippers. Let's be real. Which, by the way, got walked back as a friendly kiss. I don't know what kind of kiss that was. I've never kissed a friend like that. But sure, okay, friendly kiss. They say the dying kiss doesn't count, see? It had to have been a real one. These shippers are insane. I've done videos on these shippers. They literally harassed Adam Driver, sent weird things to his wife, tried to get him to divorce his wife so that him and Daisy Ridley could get married in real life. I'm not making that up. It was weird fan base, man. All Tumblr rejects. This is the win? Okay. Sure. So what of the hate, apart from trolling? Episode 7 had a 3 out of 10 on IMDb before it even premiered. Some of it is the usual sexism, racism, phobia. Some of it hides behind the mask of nostalgia. Whatever floats your boat, IndieWire. Man, people are saying, are you mad? No, I actually have never laughed more. And it's mostly just how bad this show is. I am under no delusions that Star Wars is going to turn it around, make things better. This franchise is dead and done. All that's left is to laugh at it. Laughing at the poor ratings, laughing at the cringy audience that still likes this. None of them were fans before Disney. They like the weird shirtless hookup shit. Like making Boba Fett and that dude from the desert fall in love. That was one of those strange things. There's a whole thing on that, too. So, I guess this is a win. Sure, you enjoy that audience. Let's see how well it works out, because they sure as hell ain't turning out for the actual show. That small little laughable premiere that you had, that you celebrated. Really, if that's the biggest premiere you had of 2024, I wonder how good Disney Plus's numbers really are. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm sure there'll be more tomorrow, because they can't help but work each other's zippers to try to make Disney look like a great company. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.